I feel sorry for your underpants.
And you join us just when Chuggerwugger is talking about his underpants, which is always a highlight of the game when Chuggerwugger brings his underpants into.
What's the saying? Passwords should be like underpants. Never seen, always hidden, and you should never share them with anyone.
Sorry, what? I get the joke, but what's the difference between the first one and the second one?
It was actually
never shared. It must be never seen, never. What's the last one?
Hang on.
Sorry.
I'm going to Google it now.
Yeah, Google the actual. See, somebody came into the stream then. You were talking about your underpants and they left.
Passwords are like underpants. Change them often, keep them private, and never share them with anyone.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that makes more sense now. Yeah, that makes more sense now. Excellent. Right, and welcome to everybody in the stream, to Big Beastie, to Master Jedi, and to Syndra. Nice to have you along for this week's exciting adventure.
Why are you in the stream, Big Beastie?
Because he likes to check up on what's going on my
GM
layer.
That's why he always knows what's happening. You GM layer looker.
You metagamer.
He likes to come along and look at my GM layer. That's what he's doing. Anyway, welcome to this week, a start of a new adventure after the party completed. What was the last one?
That's one word for it. That's one completed.
What was the last one called? The Trouble with Tubes. The Trouble with Tubes, the last one was called. And so this is a brand new adventure, a brand new job and everything. So I'm really excited about it. I spent a long time prepping it. And I just feel the goodness in my water about this one tonight. I just feel it's going to go well. And I just feel it completely. Don't say anything.
Let me get on the GM layer as well.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Anyway, we like to start off this session by allowing the party to introduce who they are and who they will be playing tonight. And we always go to the wonderful, the marvelous. Magic
and Mr. Stopheles.
No, it's not Madam Mim. It's Mr. Chuggerwugger.
Hello, I am Chuggerwugger. Tonight I am playing a character called Stanley Lovely, who goes by the name of Studley on the streets. He's a middle-aged, portly gentleman, lives at home with his mom, who he looks after because she has various illnesses. What does he bring to the table? Well, magic is what he brings. He is a specialized combat mage and also has various other utility spells which he uses to spur the adventure on. And he also has a spirit which is bound to him, giving him services. A little old lady when she manifests herself, and he likes to call her mother.
Excellent. And who would you like to pass the mic on to. You have the choice of 2.
Oh.
Decisions.
And I'm going to go for Longshanks EPG because he was doing that thing that you do at school when you look down when you don't want to answer a question.
Oh, yes. He wasn't going...
No, he was. Do you know when you're looking down and trying to make sure that nobody else is looking? He was doing that.
Yeah,
Avoid
He
eye
obviously
contact.
didn't have anything planned to say.
have anything positive to say at this point. Yes, go for it, Longshanks EPG.
Hi guys, I'm Longshanks CPG. Tonight I am playing Hector. He is a youngish elf who has had a sort of like a hard early life. Both his parents disappeared at a very early age, and he was brought up by his godfather, who's actually a police officer in the local constabulary of Southside. As his role in the group, he's trying to sort of like angle himself into more of like an infiltrator sort of role, so he might do all the sneaking and breaking and entering and that sort of thing of the party. And then his backup role is he's pretty decent with a couple of pistols or tasers.
Fantastic.
How old is an elf?
In this case, he's a very young elf. He's only like 20-something years old.
I thought that was going to be like a joke. How
No.
old is an elf?
I didn't know whether or not it was like in D&D and Lord of the Rings when they live, sort of like thousands of years, or whether or not.
There are some elves that have been around since the Awakening, and they were sort of like they were originally humans who were then sort of like metamorphosized into elves. And then there are some conspiracy theories that there are some elves that have been around since before the Awakening, and then they never disappeared when magic disappeared, and they're hidden, and they're thousands of years. They're thousands of years old, and that sort of thing. Apparently,
they're
that's conspiracy
metamorphosized like a butterfly.
That's the one.
Yeah, excellent.
Except for they woke up one day and they had pointy ears.
So soft and gentle as a scythe, multicolored wings of love.
Bonus point. What was the name of the actress who played the mother?
What, in Butterflies?
Yeah.
Ooh, no idea.
Was it Wendy Craig?
Was it? I don't know. You've got Google. Anyway,
Big Beastie's going to, and then I'm going to pass it over to Big Beastie.
Mucho gracias, as they say in Cornwall. I am Big Beastie, and I play Billy Bob, the orc tank, ex-military, bad boy.
There's a huge pause there.
Bad boy, what you gonna do?
Who hates puppies and likes to drive a lot.
Fantastic. Hates what, sorry?
Puppies.
Puppies. Excellent. Okay, so we meet the adventurers once more at the end of a thrilling adventure, when they had tried to find and locate and bring back safely a girl who had gone missing. And it was meant to be a quick, decisive job. That
we failed on all 3 of those bits, though,
yeah.
didn't we?
However, the people who hired you did give you some money for your for your time, and also because they were a bit scared that Billy Bob might come back and actually demand it at some point. So you did get some reward from it, and if you remember, you got 4 karma for your job, mainly because you survived the run, and then the rest because you did find the girl, but you didn't bring us back safely, and then 1 for the maximum amount of hit dice divided by 6 that was there. So that's where your 4 came from. And you had 5,000 credits from Casper. If you remember, he sort of like was typing in the background, and he gave you 5,000 Casper, and then from the original job you were given 1,500 credits, giving you a total of 6,000 credits for karma, which will be added to your normal karma pool that you had. Which brings us to the exciting part of the game, which I always think is the exciting part of the game, is to do some improvements. and to see whether or not we can actually progress. Now, as you will remember, you actually have lifestyle costs that kick in after a month. So currently we are going to see what you need to do, see what the time factors are, and then we'll add that up, and then we'll know if it's within a month, then we'll just do a fraction of the total lifestyle cost, and you can deduct that as well. If it's over a month, then we'll work it out like that. So we can sort of like work through it and see what we actually need to, how you wish to develop and what you would like to do. So just to give you a brief idea of timing, to improve a skill, it really is down to days. If it's between rating 1 to 4, weeks is at 5 to 8, and then 2 weeks if it's 9 to 13. That's just like a single skill. So obviously if you would like to improve a skill group, then it's more, and if it's a specialization, then the minimum time is actually a month. And an attribute is basically a week as well, and it's your new rating times whatever it is. So that gives you sort of like an idea how much you will be improving on. So we want to do it on 2 things, and then the second thing is you don't have a fixer at the moment, but hopefully that's going to change. But in the past, as Chuggerwugger pointed out, I've let you just buy things on the black market. Nobody has a negotiation skill, so it's not going to be possible for you to buy it yourself. So for this downtime, remember, anything that is not an R or an F by the availability, you can just buy that over the counter. That's not a problem. If it's an R or an F, then you need to get a so-called fixer to buy it, which means for the purpose of this transition, then we'll just do it the normal, and then that has a set amount of time that it will take, and then it will be up to you then as a party to decide whether or not you're going to wait, or whether or not you're going to leave it. So delivery times of those objects range between, depend on the amount of credits that cost them. So something up to 100 credits only takes 6 hours to arrive. Anything that is like 1,000 to 10,000 will take 2 days to arrive. But that will be accumulative. If you're practicing a skill, you'll do the skill, then you'll go out shopping. And I think the nice thing about doing it this way is that you can actually talk among yourselves, so you don't all end up with running 8, and everybody's got it, so you can sort of like figure out who's going to do what and who's going to go in which direction. Okay, so I'll hand it over to you guys, and you can decide where you're going to go and what skills you're going to improve upon, and how much money you want to spend on it.
Okay, so thank you. I think it was decided last time that one of the areas that we are a bit lacking in is the face, the talking.
Yeah, you do lack that
bits and bobs.
Yeah.
So Studley is going to invest some of his karma points in a couple of social skills.
Okay.
So he wants to invest it in the con skill, and also a bit into negotiation. That's what he's looking at.
Okay,
spending the first bit of his.
So what will the new rating be? Are you taking it one at a time? Because it's cumulative as it goes up. So.
Yeah, I think I'll be looking at getting con 2.
So that'll be initially 3 days, won't it? Because it'll be 1 day for 1 times 1 for the first day, and then 2 times 1 for the second day. So that'll be 3 days for con 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at going up to con 2.
Yeah.
and then also doing negotiation 1.
So that would be just 1 day for that skill. So that would be a total of 4 days. But I think you've got a dependence.
Yeah.
Which increases it, doesn't it?
Does it? I shall have.
I think it increases.
I know it increases all my lifestyle costs.
Yeah, I think it increases the amount of time it takes to learn a new skill by 50%.
Right. Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay. So,
but do check it on the rules. I think it's on. I think it's in dependence. I think that's where it is. So currently you're at 4 days to get those skills up to date. So that will take it up to 50% of that is 2 days. So that would take it up to 6 days in total to get those up. So that would be like a week of heavy looking online, because you're not using an instructor or anything like that. You're just going down. So you spend a lot of time reading books and gazing through self-help videos online, and trying to change your voice now and again, and sort of like looking at how to be a successful negotiator, books and dummies and things like that. And then that's it. So yeah, so we're currently up to 6 days. Anything else that you would like to do, Studley?
I do need to purchase some bits and bobs. The first thing I need to purchase is the materials to actually create a magic lodge.
Okay, are they restricted or just normal availability?
I believe they're normal availability.
Cool.
I will double check though. Double checking everything at the moment. Give me 2 ticks.
Yeah, the availability is force times 2.
Okay, so
and it's force times 500 credits for the cost.
Okay, so what's our maximum availability that we have? Is it 10?
We'll say at the moment until I've made a decision on it, because at the moment we've only had one for character generation, and that's been it. So
right.
Until and then what I'll do, I won't put it into this game, this session. I'll announce it, but people know in the future. Yeah. So,
okay. So the other thing that
what force rating are you going for then?
I'll probably go for 5.
5. So
yeah.
So that would be 2,500 credits for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that I need to buy is some more reagents, so some more pieces of my cinnabar that I use.
That's just 20 credits, and that's available.
Yeah, so I normally buy 12 of those and keep 6 in each pocket.
Okay, that's cool. So
and
reduce that.
The last thing I need to buy, which is a restricted item, is a spell formula.
Okay.
Which is a health spell formula.
So that would normally be 500 credits for that, but that'll have to go through a fixer, won't it, of some description, and then are you planning on learning that? Is that the idea?
I'm then planning on learning that.
Yeah. So that cost you. How much does it cost you normally?
It's normally be 500 before the
500. So the fixer take his cut out of it, just for this sake that we're just going to say half again on that. So that until after this session. So that would be 750 credits for that. And so that'll take you. That won't take long to actually arrive in any case. Because that's just 1 day to arrive. So that takes you up to 7 days. And then, do you wish to learn the spell?
I then need to learn the spell. Yeah.
Okay, so that's spell casting plus intuition. The limit is the Magic Lodge Force rating, and then the time that you will need to learn it will be 12 days divided by the number of hits you get.
Okay, spell casting plus intuition.
Yeah, and the maximum it'll be limited by the rating of the lodge.
Okay, so the rating will be a rating 5.
So that'll be your maximum that you can get. 2, so that'll take you 6 days, yeah?
Yeah.
To do. Yeah, so that's brilliant. So we're up to, with you, that's 8 days that we're currently up to. Is there anything else that you wish to do?
I believe that. Oh, I then need to learn the spell after that, so that's going to be an additional 5 karma.
Oh yes.
To be knocked off.
Yeah.
So in total, I will be paying 4, 6, 7, 8, 13 karma. I will be forking out.
6. So it'll be 6 for your con. 2 for your negotiation, and then 5 for that. So yeah, 13
Correct.
karma. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, Longshank's EPG. Is that it? Sorry, Studley. Is that
that's it for.
Brilliant.
Studley,
Okay,
yeah.
Longshank's EPG with Hector. What would you like to improve Hector on?
Do you want to do Big Beastie? I'm still sort of, because he's picked something that I was going to do. So if you do him, then
What,
I'll
magic?
think.
Okay, Big Beastie. What would you like to improve your character on?
Okay. First, I want to do basic first aid.
Okay, so you want to learn a skill, yeah? What level skill are you going to take it up to?
I think it's just going to be I can't remember what we said. Just so level 1.
Okay, so that would be two karma, and that would just take you 1 day.
Right.
So it's rest assured, Studley and Hector, that Billy Bob's been checking out the YouTube videos about how to bandage up something, and he's had a good look at that online, and he feels pretty confident now that he can probably extract a bullet or bandage you up if need be. Yeah. So that would just be 1 day. Yeah. What else?
Right.
So that would be 2 karma gone.
Yep.
What sort of karma have you got?
I had 20.
Right. Okay.
That's including the 4 that we just got. Survival. No, not survival. Is it sneaking?
Yeah. Okay then. Sneaking. What's your current level in sneaking?
I don't think I've got a sneaking.
Okay. Cool. So where would you like to put sneaking up to?
Maybe 2.
Okay. So that'll be 6 karma.
6 karma.
Yeah, and then that'll take you. It'll take you 3 days. So Studley, you're still the top with 8 days. You can see what I mean. So as long as everybody comes under 8 days, then we're fine. Yeah. Yeah. So that'll take you 6 karma. Yeah.
So that puts me down to 12. Right. And I would like to buy some things.
Okay.
One was like what was the best med pack? Is it rating 3?
I don't know. You'll just have to. I'm just in your character sheet at the moment, just changing your just inputting your skills in, because it's, unless you're not doing it, are you? You're not putting your new skill in. No,
I'm not doing anything.
Billy Bob, you're not doing it, are you?
I've got them starred off, so I can. I was going to do them in a bit, but if you want to do that, that's fine.
Okay, so right. So what we're looking at the first aid kit ratings now, yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't think you actually have a first aid kit at all.
No, but but it depends on what rating they are to. Sorry, the availability to say what rating we'll be able to have. Again.
Right. So what do they come as?
I can't find
Here we go. Well, so you're going to have a rating between 1 and 6, can't you? So
what's the availability is the rating.
The actual rating. So it's going to be less than yours, no matter, isn't it?
Okay, but yeah. I think it's to do with size as well, isn't it? I.e., I think is it 1 to 3 you can put in a pocket. So a medkit of rating 3 or lower fits in a pocket.
Yeah.
Anything else is sort of like a briefcase or has to go into a truck.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it'll probably be a rating 3 then.
Okay, a rating 3. So that will just be that is
750.
50. Yeah. So I was just trying to add on the 50%.
Right.
Right. And
would he have to go through a fixer for that?
Oh no, sorry, he won't. No, you're correct. Yeah, because it's not restricted. And then are you taking medical supplies with you as well?
Well, yeah, I'll be carrying them.
So a rating 3 can have 3 lots of supplies in it.
Yeah, and
which is another 100 each.
Yeah, so that would be another 300. So basically what happens, if I'm right, is that you can add, if it's wireless, if you take it to wireless, you add the rating of the med kit to your first aid rolls. Is that right?
Yes.
Dice pool med kit rating times 2. The med kit provides a dice pool bonus equal to the rating or can operate itself with a dice pool of a medikit rating times 2. So it can either add the rating to the first aid roll, or it can work by itself to do double, so it rolls 6 dice.
Right.
And a limit equal to its rating, so the rating will be 3, no matter what. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah.
So currently, with your rating 1 on your first aid, you would be rolling 4 dice, Billy Bob.
Right.
And adding on the rating of the med kit, so you would be rolling 7 dice.
Okay.
And it depends on the person's essence, but is it each success or every other success per 2?
I would say that you can't. It's maximum of 5 no matter what, isn't it? Because it's limited by your mental skill. Yeah, I'll check first aid for you in a second. Yeah.
Okay, so I put your skills on. You just need to take off your karma and take off your money.
I've done the karma and I'll do the money right now. In fact,
and the other thing that you might want to buy, taking into account last adventure, are some zip ties for tying people up with.
I've got zip ties. I didn't
have them on your character sheet.
Yeah, I didn't say that I took them with me.
All right.
So yeah. So I've got zip ties.
Which ones do you have?
Plastic cuffs, plastic zip ties.
Plastic ones.
Yeah.
Right.
And we was on about getting another Ruger Super Warhawk with some ammo.
Yeah. Is that restricted or is it?
That's probably restricted.
I would have thought it would be.
Okay.
Oh, I'm suck at maths.
So I'm just finding first aid at the moment to see how much you add to it.
The Super Warhawk Big is a restriction 4R.
Yeah.
So it's 4 restricted for Super Warhawk.
Right. And the ammo for it.
How much? While you're on the page, Hector, how much does it cost?
I've got it down as 400.
400, so it'd be 600. Yeah.
It's going to be worse than that though, because it all depends on whether or not you wanted to have it integrated with your smart gun link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's going to increase the availability and also double the price if you have it integrated.
Right. I think I'm gonna have. I think I'm gonna want it integrated.
So that's going to take more time.
Right.
Because they're and it's going to need a bit of you, because they're going to have to. So you want this the smart gun put into it? Is that the idea?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay then. So hang on. Let me just call it up so I have it. Right, so this is your firearms. So the Ruger, the Ruger itself is going to cost 400 plus the fixer charge, so that would be 600. And then what are we looking for? We're looking for a smart gun link.
So it increases the availability by 2, so it's going to put it to 6R.
Yeah, so
and I think if I remember rightly, it doubles the price of the gun.
2 yen times 2. 2 yen times weapons cost.
Okay, so that's going to take it up to 1,200, isn't it? Which is going to up the amount that it's going to. So that's going to up how long it's going to take to get it to you. Okay.
Right.
So anything. So you can add that. Anything else that you need?
We was talking about getting some armor on the car.
Okay.
Or maybe a.
Well, do you want to continue with your Warhawk first, because you're going to need a couple of speed loaders, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Sorry. So I thought. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A couple of speed loaders and the ammo.
Okay. So how much do
speed loaders are 25 each, so that's going to be if you take 2, that's going to be 50.
So that's going to be 70. Are they restricted or not?
No.
Availability
So
2.
So that's all right.
Yeah.
So that's 50.
And then did you want a holster as well, Big?
Yeah, I think I'll grab an holster for it.
Well, you probably have your holster from when.
Oh no,
your last one.
I still got the holster. They just weapon, didn't they?
Yeah. So the other thing that you want is a couple of boxes of regular ammo.
Yeah. So
which is restricted to.
Yeah, and they come in boxes of 10, don't they?
Yeah. So I give him.
And how much does that cost?
They're 20.
Yeah. Okay then. So that's absolutely fine. That's not a problem at all.
So that'd be 90. Is that right?
Yeah.
So
that'll give you 6 in the in your weapon and 2 speed loaders loaded.
Yeah. Well, is it a 6-shotter?
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, because you'll have 20 altogether. So you have 3 lots of 6, and you have 2 messing around in your pocket somewhere. Excellent. Okay. Anything else?
So like a secret compartment in Rusty Rosie.
Okay. Whereabouts is that? Is that?
That. Sorry, go on.
I need a page on my equipment list.
I don't know what he's just talking about. I can't
look.
And I'm trying to find it. I think it's called. It's like I think it's called a smuggler's compartment.
That was it. Smuggler's compartment. Secret compartment.
Yeah. Do you want to? And if you can work on Studley. So if you can work on smuggler's compartment, how much that costs and the downtime for it, if you can find it, that would be brilliant. And also how much to put armor onto a car, that would be fantastic. And I'll start working on Hector's and then come back to you. Yes, Hector.
Sorry, what am I doing? So I'm doing a smuggler's compartment and armor.
Yeah, just if you can just see how much it costs to put it on. Yeah. Okay, Hector.
So yeah, I think probably the first thing Hex wants to do, he wants to try and find a fixer as a contact.
That doesn't matter. You can't technically do that. I'll provide fixer, so that's not a problem.
Okay. Well, in that case, what skills are we still needing then as a party? Because first aid's now covered. We've got, what was Studley taking? He was taking con and negotiation, wasn't he?
Yeah. Studley's picking up the face skills, so he'll have that.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to do in that case. Because everything else is being pretty well covered.
Is there anything else you would like to spend your karma on?
Well, not karma-wise, but equipment-wise.
Yeah.
Hector would like to buy some more taser rounds.
Yeah, and those are not restricted, I know.
No, they're not restricted. Yeah. No, I think it's $50 or something. 50 for a case or something.
Yeah,
I think it says.
Okay.
And then how many in a case again?
There's always 10.
Okay.
All ammo comes in a lot of 10.
He'll probably buy 3 cases then, in that case. So that's 50. I was just looking. I'm not sure. The thing is, I don't know how it's going to work.
Taser dart, 50, yeah.
Yeah. There was a couple of things I was thinking of getting, but they're going to take forever to arrive, probably. He was thinking of trying to get hold of either, what was it called again? The Maglock pass key.
Yeah.
But that's a rating ×3 forbidden item.
Yeah, that's going to take a lot longer.
And then rating ×2000, so possibly not that.
Yeah.
Because he's got a lockpick set.
I think forbidden items are...
Yeah, pretty much no-goes. And that's puts out sequencer as well.
Maybe until you... maybe after you've proven yourself with a fixer that, you've got two-way thing, he might actually start to...
was it worth increasing your lock picking? Because weren't you having problems with the locks last time?
What's your skill? 4?
My skill at the moment for lock picking, where's it gone? It's like 4.
4.
And I have to get something like 30 or 50 karma to do it.
No,
and I've only got 20. So
no, it's double the new rating.
Okay, that's not.
Yeah, you have. Don't be confused. I was talking to Studley about this. In the actual book, it's got the cumulative amount. So in the actual rule book, it says that if you wanted to get rating 5, are you going for? Yeah. If you were going to go for rating 5, it says 30. But that's actually if you went from 1 to 5 or 0 to 5.
Oh, right. Okay.
So at the moment, it's 2. You can just work out the policy, the number that it's always double the rating that you're going to. So if you're going from 4 to 5, then that will cost you 10 karma. To get to rating 6, it would cost you 12, etc., etc.
And what about? I'm just thinking. Obviously, he needs to be able to do lock picking. I was just trying to see what equipment there was as well.
There's a lot of forbidden items which are actually used, like sequencers and Madlock pass keys, which are actually used for people who don't technically have lock picking.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking maybe of getting
which skills?
The auto lock picker instead. Which is a rating 8R. Then the auto lock picker's rating is added to your limit when picking a mechanical lock. Though.
So it would be added to your limit, which is your physical. So what's your physical limit at the moment?
Physical limit at the moment is 6. So that's probably all right.
So, yeah, I don't think it would make
a
difference at the moment until you're sort of like trying to hack into corporate buildings, and then when you're needing 8+ successes, then it might be worth doing. Sorry, Studley, did you say something?
I was just wondering when Hector said that the skill that he was going to take was already sorted. What were you looking at taking?
I was going to go for first aid because I've already got a few. It's based on logic, and his logic was 3, so I was thinking he might be all right with that. But Billy Bob's got it, so
yeah, I think both yours and Billy Bob's are the same.
Are they the same? Okay.
Yeah, page 457 for the large smuggling compartment. It's actually under cyberware.
Cool. Let's have a look.
This is a larger version of the smuggling compartment. It can hold something the size of a heavy pistol or small submachine gun. Think of a bread-sized box.
Oh, so that's a cyberlimb accessory.
Yeah, but we're just hiding it in a car.
Oh, you just want to pop it into a car instead?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll hold size of a heavy pistol, small submachine gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking it out. Yeah. So you wouldn't be able to...
We won't be able to do it wirelessly.
No.
It's just,
No, so yeah, so are you still there, Billy Bob?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that we can put that in. That'll cost you 8,000 credits.
Cool.
To have that installed. So that's in Rusty Rosie. That's absolutely fine. So that can go off to the garage and be sort of like implemented. You just need to decide whereabouts in the car it is. So jot that down somewhere on your character sheet. Whether or not it's in the driver's side door or under the back seat or something like that. And just make sure somewhere on your character sheet it's quite obvious what's in there.
Right.
Just so we know, so I can sort of like go and have a quick look at it. Yeah, brilliant, thank you. Yeah, that's why I couldn't find it, Studley, because I was looking under vehicles.
all right. Have you looked at Palmer as well then?
No, sorry, I was dealing with Hector. Sorry, Hector, is there anything else you want to actually...
Well, I was just going to ask how we, as a party, for like the Matrix side of things, is there anything he can do through his comlink? And what skills would he need to do that, or have we not?
You can't do anything for a.
You can't. Okay. No.
You can.
Yeah,
but
you can matrix search, and the skills that you can actually do are actually on. They're actually on a page that I forget at the moment, but basically, you unless somebody takes a DNI, a data jack, then the matrix is sort of like forbidden for you. And the only person who can do that is Billy Bob. And I think you don't want Billy Bob in the matrix while you're outside, while you're infiltrating. And then Hector and Studley, because your major power is connected to your essence, isn't it? Because that's your magic. You don't actually want to start eating away at that, because that would drop your maximum amount that you can actually get.
So yeah, for matrix searches, what skills would we need, or have we already got that covered?
You need a computer skill.
You need a computer skill. That's the same as Studley has. So it's just computer, and then it's limited. The limit is the rating of your comlink. So if you have so what's the rating of your comlink?
Comlink is
3.
Yeah, so no matter how many dice you roll, you could be rolling 15 dice. The limit of it will be 3.
Okay, but did you say Studley's already got that then?
Yeah.
I've done various matrix searches for the for the adventures.
Well, I don't know what to do then.
Have you looked at increasing your combat?
Combat.
Sorry,
I can't afford to do combat.
Did you increase your lockpick?
Yeah, so I was going to do lockpicking.
Brilliant.
I was going to do that from 4 to 5.
So what's your pistols at the moment?
Pistols is 6.
6, so that would be 14. Yeah. It'd be 14 to take it to 7.
Yeah, sorry, what was it to take lockpicking from 4 to 5? Was
10.
that 10, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got 16 left.
How many left, sorry?
16, but I was thinking of doing running. So taking from running from 2 to 4.
How does that manifest itself?
Because it's his it's his skill that he runs for his wall crawling.
Yeah.
So what is it at the moment? 2?
It's at 2 at the moment.
So what do you want to take it to?
Actually, if I want to take it to 3, so that would be
6 karma.
6 karma. Okay. I don't think. Yeah, there's nothing else karma wise that I want to spend. So that's 16 karma I've spent so far.
Cool. Okay.
I was just thinking if there was any other equipment. The thing is, I don't know how they would work. But if we were to have what were they called again? I've lost them. I had them on the page. Is it ID tags or something? So we could put an ID tag and then follow that. How would we want it? So if we were to put an ID tag on the vehicle,
we
for
can't
example,
follow it because we would need some type of. We would need to get into the matrix to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you would be able to follow it in AR when you could see it, but once it went round the corner or anything like that, then that would be it. It would be out of sight.
Okay. Is it worth getting that then or not? Basically. I mean, if for example we were following the van and we were following in Rusty Rosie, would it be worth having? Is what I'm asking.
But we would need. It would be just like keeping the van in sight.
Okay.
We would only be able to see in AR. And we would only be able to see what we can see in AR. So it was just like us following the van. And when Hector's going through the equipment list, the armor, the reason I mentioned about the armor on Rusty Rosie in Wills was that I think when we originally purchased Rusty Rosie, there was several things that was wrong with it, and that's why we got it for a cheap price.
Yeah.
I know definitely one of the things was it doesn't have a nav system in it, an auto pilot thing in it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know whether or not the other one was armor.
Well, Billy Bob should have the. He's got the stats for it. It's on his vehicle. Well, it should have been on his vehicle list. No, because the only thing that's on there is his that van that you don't have anymore.
Yeah, we can have the van more.
Right. Well, we can have a look at this. I've actually found the information for armor, just out of interest. But it's in Rigger 5.
Right.
Along with.
I didn't know whether or not it would be a case of we sort of like paid the difference because Rusty Rosie was cheaper by X amount of.
Yeah. It's whether or not, to be honest with you, it's whether or not its infrastructure can actually take the armor being put onto it. That's what I'm worried about. So I think what we need to do is have a good look at Rusty Rosie or Gas Shock Horror, maybe even
get an upgrade,
buy a new car. Or even a new van and sort of like go for something rather nice, eventually, and sort of like up it to an Ares Roadmaster for 52k or something like that, or go for, even if you sort of like go for how many is there? There's 3 of you, isn't there? I mean, yeah, you could probably fit into a Toyota Gopher. You can go.
We could all have Dodge Scoots.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll look into that.
Sorry, could I also buy an armored jacket as well, please?
Yeah, by all means. Well, is that restricted or?
No, it's availability 2.
And where's the armor jacket going? Just out of interest.
Well, it will go in his. essentially it will go in a rucksack in the back of Rusty Rosie, and then he'll wear it for the actual like formal runs type thing.
Yeah. So I just need to know when you swap your line coat out.
And then he'll also buy not a lined coat, but a jacket like that, so it looks like his lined coat, so he can wear that over the top of his armor jacket.
Yeah, that's fine. The line jacket will fit over there if need be. It's just that it won't stack up with the armor.
Yeah, no. That was my next question. So I could wear it, but just count the armor jacket if
just
I was wearing that as the armor.
The only armor that actually stacks is that if it has a positive plus on the actual table. So I think Billy Bob's helmet has +2, so that would actually add on to it, but otherwise it just takes the highest one and then that's it.
That's fine. So I could wear the armor jacket underneath the line jacket, but only take the armor jacket's armor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
you'll just look a bit beefy. That's all. Yeah, because it's like armor jacket. That's like the bulletproof vest, isn't it? Is that the?
Yeah, it's a normal sort of bulletproof vest.
So you sort of like you'll have a bulletproof vest on, and then you sort of like your trench coat over the top of it, your line coat over the top of it.
Okay, yeah, or I might just buy a, what was it? Yeah, he'll probably just buy a normal, like, mock leather duster.
Yeah.
Just an unarmored one that he can put on over the top of the run, so he still looks cool.
Yeah, that's
and doesn't look beefy.
So, are you wearing the? Is that what's going to be your normal run gear then?
So that would be on his on the formal run, unless I say otherwise.
Okay then, yeah. Okay then. So, everybody done and sorted then?
For the moment.
Yeah, brilliant. So make sure that you've reduced your the amount of money that you do. So that everybody's is going to come to about 8 days. That's the maximum, Studley, by yours. So I'm going to say that with everything in and out, and going around and doing various things, etc., that's going to take 2 weeks downtime. So you need to take off your money, half your monthly lifestyle. That's what you need to take off. So depending on your lifestyle, whatever it is, then you need to just take half of that and sort of like reduce it accordingly.
So what is ours?
You live with
Longshanks.
Longshanks, yeah. You live with Hector.
Oh god, what was it? Normal low lifestyle was. Is it 1,500 or 2,000 a month?
Studley's gone.
I think that was. I can't remember.
Low lifestyle's 2,000.
2,000. So it's
1,000 each.
No, because
slightly more than that because it's for 2 people, and I think we've got a garage as well.
You have a garage which is 3,000, and then you add 10% because somebody else is living with you, which is 3,300, and then you.
So then it's half of that.
Yeah. So you just half that.
So it's
1,667.
167. There you go.
We'll just take that off. So just so I make. Has everybody adjusted their karma and their money on their sheets?
I'm doing it at the moment.
Yes. So I'm down to 6,103.
Okay, so just Studley, you're about 4,500 roughly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've got three karma points left.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for Billy Bob's. Did you say what's your money, Billy Bob?
I'm down to 6,103, but I want to spend some money because I want to try and win Handbrake back.
Okay, right. We'll do that next downtime. It's just saying 9,000 on my sheet. That's what it's saying.
9,000? No.
Yeah. So it's it might take a while to.
Are you changing the spreadsheet, or are you doing it on your character, Billy Bob?
It's on the there's like a Billy Bob's equipment underneath Billy Bob on the character list thing.
Expenditure. Right.
Is it on your character sheet in Roll20?
It's not on the character sheet. No, it's on. There's like a little tab. So if you go to like the
after vehicles.
Yeah. No. It's not. It's what?
Yeah,
how much?
it's
How much
on
do,
his character
How much
sheet.
do you have left, Si?
6,103.
6,103. Okay. I'm just going to put it underneath, and then I'll sort it out. 6,103. Cool. And then let me just check that. And you've got 11 karma left. How much karma do you have left?
I have 12. It says 12. Because I used.
Okay. And Hector, you've got about 7,500 left, yeah?
Not quite, no. I haven't put the rent on yet. I'm just about to, I've done the armor jacket and the tasers, and I'm just about to rent.
Do you have 10 karma left, yeah?
I should have 16.
It's picking it up from your sheet, and it's currently saying 10.
Yeah, I haven't changed it, updated it on the sheet. I'm using the Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's where it's looking.
Okay. On
I
mine
can
it says
find
it
that.
looks...
How many did you have?
It said that it had...
Oh, no, 10, yeah. 10 left, sorry. Yeah, 10 left.
10 left, yeah.
I was looking at the wrong thing.
Excellent. Okay, then. So we are up and running. So let's start off today's adventure. And we're going to start off today's adventure with a bit of a comm call. And it's a call that from somebody that you haven't heard from a while. And it's coming through to your comlink, Studley. And it is coming through from your uncle Stewie, which I do believe is one of your contacts.
Yes.
Here he is.
Yes.
He's almost as good looking as you are, Studley. And
Uncle Stewie, haven't heard from him in a while.
So he's sort of like, so you on your comlink, you sort of like get incoming call from, what's he down on your contacts as? Uncle Stewie.
Uncle Stewie.
Yeah, so you get an incoming call from Uncle Stewie.
Uncle Stewie, haven't heard from you in a while.
Studley, my fine chap. I have somewhat of a proposition for you. How you been keeping?
Yes, nice of you to ask how my mother was. She's very well, thank you very much.
I was just about to ask how my sister is.
Yes, well, Maud is very...
You know, sisters, you know what they're like, really.
Yes.
How is she? How is Maud?
Well, as you can probably imagine, not too good. You know, her various illnesses, you know, her diabetes is a lot worse than it was.
Enough about her. Enough about her. More
yes.
about me. Okay then, so Studley, my fine man, I have a job proposition from you. You know, I'm the sort of person who knows somebody else, who knows somebody else, who knows somebody else, who knows somebody else, and that person tends to know somebody else as well. Well, it's sort of like come to my attention that you might be sort of like out of work at the moment. And I've actually found a man. A man asked me, who came from another man, who came from several other men, who has a sort of like a job for you. And I wondered whether or not you would be interested in sort of like going and meeting him and having somewhat of a discussion.
Just a quick question, Uncle Stewie. How drunk were you when you received this
Drunk?
offer?
I haven't touched a drop since Christmas, Studley. I haven't touched a drop. My body is being a temple at the moment. I am pure blood. Pure blood.
Yes,
Don't believe everything that my sister tells you.
Yes. Well, I mean, she did say that you spend more time in the Warring Donkey than you do anywhere else. But
there's nothing wrong with spending a lot of time within a donkey. I tell you, no problem at all.
It's not for me to judge, of course, Stewie. What can you tell us about this job that you may or may or not have?
I don't really know the person. Because, as I said, it's come via several several friends of mine, but it seems that he's willing to pay a group of people to just go and clean a house out.
Yes, we're not cleaners. You do realise that, don't you?
Yeah, but it seems sort of like a appropriate sort of like task, and it seemed to be, apparently there's some good money in it, and you never know what you're cleaning out nowadays, don't you? And I thought,
Okay, Uncle. Did you either get a contact or whereabouts we can actually find this gentleman?
Yeah, I've sort of like set it up for you, Studley. I hope you don't mind that. I hope you and anyone else could actually go and sort of like meet him.
Okay. Is it possible to give me the details?
Yeah. What sort of like details would you like?
Where you set the meeting up?
Oh yeah.
Would be most handy.
It's in a bar down on the south side. Called it. It's not the donkey place, because I don't really like to be here when things are happening. But it's not
the Count, is it?
No. Did you hear about the fire at the Count?
No.
Oh yeah. Apparently somebody dropped some kind of flame. I was nowhere near it when it was dropped. I tell you, nowhere near it at all. I was far away. It had nothing to do with me. Apparently some drunken soul dropped it, and woof, off it went.
So it's not in the Count.
No, it's not in the Count. It's somewhere. It's a weird sort of like place, and it's run by a woman. Would you believe? A woman. Yeah. I said exactly the same thing when they said that. Thinking, yeah, woman running a pub. What's that all about? I thought.
Did you get the name of the pub?
Yeah. It's something. Hang on. It's coming to me. I've got a vision. I've got a woman riding on a missile. That was meant to help me. Woman on a missile, maybe. No, that's not it. I do know who you're meant to meet, though.
It's not a gentleman's bar, is it?
No. It's not a gentleman's bar. It's for anyone. Anyone can go in there.
What did it begin with?
I've got it. Her name is Sally, and it's a Sidewinder. It's Sally Sidewinders. Yeah. And you've got to meet. I forgot to say. Are you willing to work for anyone?
Well, no, but.
Well, the person that you're working with is one of those short people. My memory's fading, Studley. You know what it's like.
Sorry. A midget?
No, a dwarf. A dwarf.
Oh, a dwarf.
It's a dwarf guy, and his name's Biscuit. No, it's not Biscuit. Fig roll. No, not fig roll. It's something similar to
Baldy?
that. No. He's got hair. He's got plenty of hair. He's not bald. No. Cookie. That's it. Cookie. Yeah. And you got to meet somebody called Cookie, who's a dwarf, at Sally Sidewinders tonight. There you go.
Dwarf, Sally Sidewinders, Cookie tonight.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Hang on. There's another piece of information. I keep forgetting it. Hang on. I wrote it down. Hang on. It's on my comm link somewhere. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, Sally Sidewinder for Cookie. That's it.
Cookie.
And he's a dwarf.
Right.
He's a dwarf. Yeah, so just watch it. Just watch it.
Okay, Uncle Stewie. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. And say hi to Maud. Give her a big slap of a kiss on the cheek for me.
I will. Yeah. Hello? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he certainly has. Your Uncle Stewie has gone.
So Studley's going to get in touch with both Hector and Billy Bob on a conference call and fill them in.
Yeah, so it's about 6 o'clock at night. So Billy Bob and Hector, what are you up to at this present moment in time?
Well, Hector is probably trying to introduce Billy Bob into one of his favourite films. So he'll have that on the Trid video playing.
And Billy Bob, what are you doing?
Billy Bob's probably he's probably just sat there looking at this film, gone out whilst cleaning his weapons down.
Okay.
And yeah,
go for it.
The film is one of is Bad Boys 6 probably.
Okay, cool.
I thought it would have been a western.
I thought it was going to be a western.
It's Western and high action cop films is what he does.
I thought it was going to be something like a fistful of new ones,
or
a fistful of credits.
The big seven ride yet again. And
that
again,
was probably the night
yeah,
before, and Billy Bob was probably getting fed up with it. But
yeah.
So yeah, Billy Bob would just be sat there cleaning his weapons, watching the film, thinking, "What is this drug?
Save me." Anyway, Hector and Billy Bob, you have an incoming call from Studley.
Ooh, hello,
Studley, how you doing?
Yes, yes, it's me, Studley. I may have a job opportunity which has come my way by yes. I wondered whether or not you would be interested in maybe accompanying me to the Sally Sidewinders this evening to meet with a small dwarf person who may or may not have a job opportunity for us. I appreciate that the work has been pretty on the quiet side since our last endeavor to secure funds, which did not go according to plan.
That's all right, Studley. You know me. I'm always down to go to Sally Sidewinders.
I like Sally's.
Right. Okay. So
an opportunity for a new job would be most welcome as well.
Has Studley ever been to Sally Sidewinders?
Yes.
I think we met up there once.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe pick me up from the end of my street at around 7:30.
7:30. Okay.
Would that give us enough time to get there for around 8 o'clock?
Most definitely, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, well, thank you very much, and I shall see you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Check you later, Studley.
Okay, so time goes by, and I'm presuming that you're getting into some kind of meat gear in preparation. So please make sure that you know what you're carrying. Billy Bob, are you carrying your rucksack with you?
Yeah, he always carries his rucksack.
Okay, then that's cool. And what's actually in your rucksack, please? Because if you get stopped by the police, then it will be rummaged through.
Okay, so in his rucksack is not much at the moment. It'd be his tin pot. It'd be his plastic cuffs. I think that's about it.
Okay, so you all heading off to Sally Sidewinder's, and are you actually, Billy Bob? Are you actually going into the bar with your rucksack on?
Yeah, like I say, he's always got his rucksack.
Then. So you sort of like head off into the bar, and as you sort of like head towards it, you see that people they're not they're sort of like casually dressed because it's sort of like a bar. You know, most people are sat there with either their friends or they're female, and you know they're sort of like very chilled out. And the biggest thing in this place, apart from some of them have got like comm links or sort of like small handbags for the women, and then Billy Bob, of course, you've got your rucksack as if you're going on some kind of hiking holiday as you nip into Sally Sidewinder's bar. Here it is. Just can you everyone see it? You won't have your characters yet. I just want to make sure that you can see it. Yeah, so just to let you know, all the purple heads are actually they are people. They're actually people. Okay, it's just so you know where people are, just in case there's some kind of fight. And then you guys will be coming in, and don't worry, I'm shrinking you down, so don't panic. You guys are coming in here.
Just before we go in, whilst we're still in the car, finding a parking space, Studley just wants to give a brief rundown of what's going to happen, and he wants to be casting a spell before he goes in, and he's going to say to Hector that he wants him to come up to the meet with him and monitor the person to see whether or not he can see whether or not he's lying or judge his attentions. And Billy Bob will be in charge of making sure that we are not being followed, or other parties are not taking an interest in what's happening at our table.
Okay, yeah, Hex is more than happy for that. And he says, yep, that's fine, more than happy. And if I find anything, I'll let you know. Make sure you've got your comm link open, and I'll let you know through my sub vocals what I think. And then he's going to leave. He's got a sports bag, kind of like what Big's got, which has got his armor jacket and some spare ammo and that sort of thing. I put it on his inventory list, but he's left it in the boot of Rusty Rosie.
Okay, so you're not carrying.
And that's just in case if anything happens. Yeah, so he's just carrying whatever's got an X on his equipment list on Roll20, and then he's got Rusty Rosie, the sports bag, and Rusty Rosie with various stuff in.
Cool. So I think you should be able to move your characters now.
Yeah, and
you're just at the door at the moment.
Yeah, my character sheet's gone. Iffy. I'm just going to need to close it and restart it. Sorry. I don't know what it's doing. Okay, so the spell that Studley's going to cast outside is going to be increased charisma. He's using he's casting it as force level 3, which is equal to his current charisma, because it has to be equal to or
less than.
So he's casting it at force level 3, but he is using 6 pieces of his cinnabar to increase the
limit.
The limit of it.
So that'll be up to 9, yeah. So the limit would be 9 for it.
I think it'd be, isn't it, however many pieces you use gives you your actual limit.
Okay, then, yeah. So 6 then, yeah, cool.
I think it is. So this is at force 3, but I'm raising the limit by 3.
Cool. Yeah, so you get 4 successes.
Okay, so that gives me an extra 4 boxes of 4. That gives me an extra 4 charisma.
Yeah, so just put it in your bonus box.
Yeah. and that is currently being. So that should be. Well, I'll put it on as a situation modifier when I roll the dice.
Can it not go to your bonus?
No, because I have the bases, which is and then I have how many points I put into it, just so that I can monitor it better.
Okay, that's cool then.
And that's actually being sustained currently via my what do you call it? My focus concentration, which can sustain a single rating 3 spell.
Cool.
Okay, so going into Sally Sidewinders, we're pretty. We know the layout of Sally Sidewinders,
and that's why
we've been in.
You can see it now.
Before.
Yeah, you can see it now.
So coming through the door, Studley's going to look around and see whether or not he can spot any dwarves in the room.
Yeah, you don't need a perception check or anything like that. You could probably see the token in the far. Sort of like, and it is definitely a dwarf, and he's sat down in what appears to be like on a bench. And I don't know whether or not you can see by the token, but he has a black cat with him that he's actually stroking, and he seems to have some a drink on the table with him. It doesn't seem to be alcoholic. It looks more like a plastic beaker that you would get probably maybe soya calf in it. But what he does have on his table is a whole load, it seems to be like a data pad that is flicking through and sort of like adjusting things. And he seems to be very preoccupied with that.
Okay, so Studley is going to walk over to the table and come up to the side of it.
So you're going to walk over to the table, so I need to know what Billy, Bob and Hector are doing.
So Hector will follow up with Studley, as Studley asked him to sit with him during the meeting.
Okay.
So he was quite happy to do that.
And Billy Bob?
Billy Bob's going to do the same, but he's going to ask like, move up, shorty.
He's the guy sort of like carries on looking at his data pad and makes no attempt to move or he just sort of like keeps on flicking and his concentration is far down on his data pad at the moment.
Studley's going to say, perhaps you'll be better over by the bar, Mr. Bob, where you can keep an eye on the place. And he's going to say, Mr. Cookie?
He sort of like looks up and he sort of like looks you sort of like straight in the chest and then sort of like lifts his head a bit and he sort of like says, "Oh, I see you got rid of the beast."
Yes. He's you've probably gathered by the way that he spoke. He can lift heavy things, shall we say?
Yeah.
He's mainly for when things get a bit rough. I believe we have a meeting arranged by a mutual acquaintance. My name is Studley, and this is my acquaintance, Mr. Hector.
He sort of like,
nice to meet you.
He sort of like looks over at Billy Bob and says, "Is he going on holiday?"
Yes, he does carry it around with him. I think it has the ashes of his mother in it, to be quite honest with you.
Billy Bob gets on that bar stool, and there's that awful moment when you're on a bar stool and you've got a rucksack on that you suddenly
you start going back.
he sort of like has to adjust his centre of gravity just to make sure. He says, and Cookie says, "So who may you be?"
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Studley. Pleased to meet you.
He says, "Okay then," and he takes out from sort of like next to him. He takes out what appears to be like a scanner, And he says, "I hope you don't mind. Comlink."
Oh, yes.
You both recognise it as a SIN scanner.
Yeah, I'll scan my SIN.
Yeah, what rating is it?
It's a normal person.
Oh,
rating.
you don't have a false SIN at all.
Oh no.
Yeah, and he sort of like goes, "Oh, what's your real name? Sorry, I forget."
Stanley Lovely.
Oh, he says Stanley. Studley. Yeah.
Only my mother, God bless her, calls me Stanley.
Has she passed away then?
No, but
Oh, right.
she is rather ill.
I just when you said God bless her, I thought she had passed away. Like,
No. She's 78 years old. She is, but yes, still with us.
and John Wayne.
When he's doing John Wayne, when he's doing Hector, Studley wants to switch his perception to the astral and just to see whether or not he's magically active. Not John Wayne, but
Yeah. Okay.
and also whether or not I can see whether or not he's got any cybernetic implants.
Yeah. Okay. Then. So you roll your sensing roll. Hector, are you using a false SIN at the moment?
No, Hector will probably scan his real SIN.
Okay. So what is Hector your real name?
Hector is not his real name. No.
So your real name will come up on his SIN scanner,
Yes.
which is
Ted Jones.
he says, and Ted Jones, original. He says, "Gentlemen, have a seat opposite."
I got 4 successes on my.
Okay, so 4 pieces of information coming your way. Let me know what. You tell me what information you want, and I will answer it for you.
Is he magically active?
From what you can see, no, unless he's shielding himself.
Okay. Is his cat magically active or a spirit?
No.
No. You did that funny thing when you said so. All you've taken there is my words, and
The cat's not magically active, and therefore you know it's not a spirit, unless of course it's being shielded.
okay.
In which case you would know.
Okay. Is there any magical shielding?
The other question you wanted to know was about cyberware.
Cyberware. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a DNI implanted. You also notice that he's got something going through his body. Could be, you're not too sure because you're not sort of like an expert in cyberware unless you have a skill in it.
No.
So he seems to have something sort of like threaded throughout his body. And you also seem to notice that he's got some kind of eye implants and also ear implants as well. And you've still got one more.
He doesn't have any any type of foci or anything like that on him.
No, he has no sort of like magical.
He's completely
item.
mundane, right?
Yeah.
Studley's going to sit down. Shall we begin? It was mentioned that you may or may not have a job opportunity.
Yeah, I do.
Studley will take out a piece of his electronic paper so that he can start writing.
Yeah, he says, I heard that you were looking for a person like me, and I'm planning on setting up or moving my business or setting up moving my business to more of a humble setup, more of a stationary setup. And the idea is that I've purchased a building.
Oh, Oh, onto the old property market. Excellent idea. Property is a very good investment nowadays.
However,
I think you'll be quite happy with
however,
it.
there is somewhat of a problem. I need it cleaning out.
Right. When you say cleaning out, what exactly?
Well, what is the most strangest thing ever is that the local residents say it's haunted. And I was talking to a friend who knew a friend who knew a friend who knew a friend who knew your uncle. And
yes.
he said that you were quite into this spooky things and that you could probably sort it out for me.
Yes, yes, I do have several. I do have several. Almost like a degree, you could call it. I am well versed in the parazoology and also anything to do with cryptozoology as well. When you say the place may be haunted, what makes you think that?
Well, the fact that people keep telling me.
Oh, right. Okay.
And as you can see from my general look, and my cat here, Fanny, we are not really set up to go adventuring into these places. So
okay.
it's quite easy for me to hire you guys.
Oh, okay, Mr. Cookie. Yes, that. I take it you have already purchased the property.
The property is mine.
Okay, so there won't be any problems legally with us going in. Yes. How quickly do you need this doing?
Mr. Studley, I am very above board with everything, and I'm almost like insulted that you think I might do things illegally. I only do things illegally if the price is right and somebody needs something, shall we say, acquiring.
Ah, yes. Right. Yes. Nudge, nudge, eh? Right.
Shall we cut to the
yes.
chase?
Well, we are quite interested in the job.
Now, I would like to say that your reputation somewhat goes before you. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And I must say that you are far from successful at the moment. So I am willing to make the following agreement with you. Number one, listen carefully, write it down. Number one, if you are successful, I am willing to go into contract with you as a suitable buyer or seller of goods to help you in your future cause.
Right.
And number two, I am willing to pay each of you 3,000 credits on the successful unhaunting of the property to my satisfaction.
3,000 credits. Is that including expenses?
No.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, to be quite honest with you, our normal going rate is round about the 3,500 credit mark, but we are willing to negotiate with you a bit, Mr. Cookie.
Please negotiate with a fixer.
Yes.
Roll your dice. So what's this? This is your new negotiation skill, which is
a 4.
Okay.
plus an extra 4, which I've got because of my increased charisma.
Sorry, what's your negotiation skill?
My negotiation's 1.
1, yeah. Sorry,
My charisma's normally 3, so that's 4.
So that's 5 dice, yeah?
No, I've then got a situation modifier of 4 because I've got increased charisma operating, which is the stat that goes for negotiation.
Oh, right, I wasn't aware of that.
So I'm rolling 8 dice.
So tell me that increased charisma thing again.
For each success I get plus 1 to the attribute I'm increasing.
Yeah, got that part. So what's your total charisma?
My charisma's normally 3.
Yeah, so it's...
And my negotiation's 1, so I'd normally be running 4 dice.
Yeah.
But I'm putting a situation modifier of 4 in, which are for the extra 4 dice for my charisma, because my charisma is at the moment 7.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it's when you're saying a situation modifier.
Yeah, it's just because I can't put it on my...
So really and truly, you're rolling... So you're rolling charisma 7 plus 1 negotiation, aren't you?
Yes.
That's what that should say. And your social limit is 6?
Yes.
Is that with your charisma?
No, that's my normal social limit.
Yeah, because your social limit would go up because of your boosted charisma. Yeah. That's what I was saying.
I'll change my character sheet. I'm not going to do it mid-adventure because...
Yeah, can you not just put it in the bonus every time you do it?
I've got how many points I spent when I was doing my character generation in my bonus, so that I could have kept track of it. I'll do it. All
right. Okay then.
Once the adventure's finished.
Right. Okay then. He sort of like says, you were normally given 3,500.
Yes.
He looks somewhat puzzled and then says, "Okay, I will give you 3,500 on completion of the dehaunting of my property."
Okay, Mr. Cookie, I think that's very reasonable. Are you able to send the address of the property to my com? I will provide you with my number, and if you could also provide us with any...
Is your com's not running silent or anything, isn't it, at the moment? No. So yeah, so he sort of like looks sort of like vacant for a while, and then says, "Do you want it now?"
Yes, and if you could also provide us with any key codes, or if you have a key for any locks, that we can get entry.
So the address comes through, and it's 45 Leighton Road, south side, and he says, "Nobody go in it." He says, "The door's open, nobody goes in."
Oh, right. Okay. I shall contact you on your com once we have successfully checked out your building.
He says, "Try to make a good job of it." He says,
"We are, if nothing else, professional, Mr. Cookie."
He says, "Right." He says, "Please do it right." And then you hear from behind you, Studley and Hector, this voice that sort of like shouts over the bar room noise, "Oi, Cookie!" like that. And a lot of people sort of like turn round, and you can see at the entrance to the door what appears to be a rather gruff sort of like ganger of some description. The only thing that you notice is that his left hand, sort of like up the forearm, is all sort of like badly burnt, and it's just sort of like it's also like oozing a bit. And he's sort of like he seems to be holding something in his right hand now, and he sort of like comes in and says, "Oi, Cookie, I want a word with you."
Studley, he'll,
And at that
after
point,
looking round into this guy, he'll look back and say, "Friend of yours?"
And at that point, we will, because I don't want to forget, we will go for our break, because it's past, and I don't want to hurt your back again like last time. So we will go for break there. So if you're watching the stream, then we will be back. No, it's not ESO. We will be back in 10 minutes, guys. So please do come back and see what happens once this ganger comes into the bar.